Hey everyone, this is Judi with JLBCrafts. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, thank you so much for giving me a try. Today I'm doing a little extra video. I've been wanting to make a delivery Happy Mail tracking sheet for quite a while now. Not so much for my Amazon Prime stuff. We have Primnesia in our household, which is when you order so much stuff from Amazon Prime that you get boxes and you can't remember what's in them. That actually happened to my husband just last night. Anyway, I'm not too worried about that because their app has a great interface for tracking and even letting me know when the driver's in my neighborhood and 4 stops away, yada yada. It's mostly the other stuff. And for the longest time I struggled with what even is Happy Mail, and I've basically just... Calcifer? He's off the camera, knocking things off my desk onto the floor. I basically just decided that Happy Mail is any kind of delivery or mail that makes you happy. So it could be those special Valentine's Day sugar-free keto chocolates that I ordered, or some new nail polish, or stuff for my planner. So all of those things that I get from sources other than Amazon, I want to be able to track, especially sometimes stuff that I get from overseas, like Planners Anonymous in Australia, or stuff from AliExpress from Asia. So I thought about, what kind of stuff I wanted to track. I want to track who I got it from and what the order number is, which is different than the tracking number. Because sometimes if you get, 3 or 4 things, they can have different order numbers and you can get confused about which one's which. So the actual tracking number and the carrier, the date it actually shipped, the date I received it, and then just a yes or no checkbox whether or not I inventoried it. If you get 6 different nail polishes, you want to make sure you get the right colors. If you got 7 rolls of washi, again, you want to make sure you got the right ones. So I always inventory all of my stuff. So I'm basically going to just call this Happy Mail, and I've got some different washi tapes to divide up the page, and then of course some stickers to decorate. So the first thing I want to do is put Happy Mail on the top, and I really just like this fun font for this particular project. I just think it's super cute. And I have some dotted lined notebook paper with little hearts on the side, because all the little Happy Mail envelope stickers have hearts on the side. And I thought I would really go all out on the first page, but then just do the grid and maybe a couple of Happy Mail stickers for the remaining pages. So first thing I want to do is put Happy Mail on here. So my favorite trick for placing letters is to use a ruler. Particularly, I like to use a clear ruler. And what you're going to do is, don't worry about starting with the center letter or anything like that. Just spell your word out. So I'm going to start with, here's an H. Spell your word out on the ruler. And place your letters. You've got tick marks of varying depths. I'm actually going to turn it around because these are a little shorter. And place your letter, align it like 2/3 of the way off your ruler, 1/3 on, and lined up with those little tick marks. So you can see I have the bottom of the H lined up with those shorter tick marks. But most of it is sticking off the page. So happy, I'm just going to spell out Happy Mail. And I'm going to use those little tick marks and space my letters the way I want. And making sure, if you want them to overlap, totally fine. The clear parts of these are going to overlap a little. H-A-P. This one, not as much. So this is why you need 2/3 to stick up off of there, since these are lowercase letters. This one needs to go down quite a bit. So luckily, since I have a lot of the H sticking up, it's okay. Happy, because the 2 P's and the Y, a lot of them are going to have to be on the ruler. But this helps you get your letters aligned. Happy. And then you can decide, do I want Happy Mail to be all on one line, or do I want to put Happy down and then on a different line Mail? I think I want to just put it all on one line. So what I can do is then play with, if I wanted Happy and then Mail, I could use my ruler to help center Happy and then mail, or if I want it off to the side, or however I want to do it. But like I said, in this particular case, now that I've got happy on there, it's helped me to decide that I want to go ahead and put it all on one line. So I'm just gonna put my M, spell out mail, and you don't have to press these down super hard onto the ruler, just as long as they stay. And it does help when we go to the next step where we're going to get them off of the ruler. It does help if the letters are spaced close enough where they kind of overlap each other a little bit and stick together. That actually does help. And this way I can connect my letters exactly right as well. There we go. Okay, so now I just use my ruler to place it exactly where I want it, and I don't have to worry about which letter did I put down first and do I get it centered, because my ruler is going to help me center it perfectly every time. So I think I want right about there. So all I'm going to do is press down these sticking up parts, tip my ruler up, make sure I'm really sticking down, and then kind of peel it away while I'm holding down the letters onto the page. Peel them off the ruler. Press them down. Happy mail. There we go. Perfectly centered, perfectly spaced, nice and straight. I love the ruler trick for placing letters. It is my absolute favorite. Okay, next step, I pulled some washi tape, because you gotta have washi tape on the page, right? And I felt like when I get a piece of happy mail, it is the most beautiful thing. I'm like, hello, gorgeous. I'm so glad you're finally here. So I just thought this, it matches the hearts on the page, and I just wanted to go ahead and put this up here. I guess I could put it at the bottom, but I kind of want it up here. Yeah, I think I want it up here. Hello, gorgeous. And I'm just going to use a straight edge to include the flower on either side. Did I get it straight? Yeah, it looks pretty straight. There we go. Okay. And then I found some washi tape. I have some skinny washi tape that has hearts turned vertically, so I can use this vertically to divide my columns. So this is going to be, I'm going to use save the first 2 rows for what my headers are going to be. And I might have small enough letters too in the other book to put those in. Maybe I will do that. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. And then this is actually, it's tape. It's micro skinny. And it's actually, I got this from Amazon. This is for doing nail polish artwork. And the reason I decided to go ahead and use it is because for whatever reason, like I think I paid $3 or something, and I got 60 rolls of this stuff. And I think I could open a nail salon and use this every day for 17 years and still not run out of it. Because this is half of what I got. This is like 25 rolls, and I have another bag full. So I thought I would try, and we'll see how big of a pain in the butt it is. But I thought I would go ahead and try to use this stuff and put it every other row to be my divider between each individual order. Because I think each order is going to take a pair of rows. So what I'm thinking is a pair of rows, because I want to do who I ordered it from and the order number. So like Simply Gilded and my Simply Gilded order number. And then in the next column, I want to put the carrier, so FedEx, and the FedEx tracking number. And then in the next row, I want to put the ship date. And then I want to put the received date. And then I want to leave a little checkbox over here because I think it's important, and if you're not in the habit of doing this, I really think you should get in the habit of doing it, inventorying your order. Making sure, especially if you guys know that I love AliExpress, I've ordered probably 20 or 30 times from them over the last few years, and only a couple times, but it has happened a couple times where they've sent me the wrong thing. So I think it's a good habit to get into inventory what you get and make sure that it is actually the correct items. So I'm just gonna put this teeny tiny super skinny washi tape, and it's a plasticky washi tape, so I can't just rip it, I'm gonna have to cut it. But I'm just putting this right on the dotted line, and I'm gonna just do it every other row. And I'm gonna speed this up because I have a feeling it might be a little bit fiddly and take a few minutes. So that's cute. I'm glad I did that. It didn't take too awful long. Okay, so I pulled the original alphabet book because it has the teeny tiny numbers. And I'm thinking I could put maybe from, like the name of the company, and then order for order number. There aren't, unfortunately, any number signs. So I could either hand draw that in or just skip it. So grab my ruler back out, and I'm gonna go ahead and spell out, and I think, let's see, it's gonna be a lot of different words, so I don't know that I'm gonna be able to get them out of all one color, but we'll start under that assumption. So I'm gonna do black to match that. So we're gonna put from, same trick as before. I could put order NO for order number. And I'm gonna go ahead and put order over here. Actually, I'm gonna pause this and check my alphabet book and see if I can find any number signs anywhere. So here's my alphabet book. Basically, I just have some discs. I took a back to school folder and cut it down and punched it so that it would have pockets for loose sheets. And so anytime I come across different sized number sheets, they go in here along with my books. They fit in the pockets. So you can see these are from an extension pack. No number signs anywhere. Oh, there's some. I'm gonna have to remember these are in here. Sometimes I don't use these because I have a label maker, and so I use the label maker for the tabs. A lot of these are from books that aren't Happy Planner. So here we go. There's some number signs. Those hashtags, there are some. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to go ahead and find a hashtag each time that works with what I'm doing. So from, and then I'm going to put order, and I'll pick one of those hashtags. And the reason I'm doing order is because it's bigger. So it's going to set order and the number sign, the hashtag, are the wider word. So it's going to set the width of my column. Because I don't know about you, but like especially with AliExpress or sometimes companies that don't do one big release every quarter. They do they do lots of little releases, and they have a tendency for things to sell out. One of them I can think of is Simply Gilded. So I end up having multiple orders being processed at the same time. I want space to write the order number. Okay, so let's see. These are clear. I don't know if you can tell or not. So let me see. And they are about the same size. The rest of these are paper. So let's work with these to start. None of these have the hashtag. There are a few hashtags there, and those are clear. All right, so that's enough to get me started because I don't think I need many number signs. So I think I'll go ahead and start with the black and white ones. It's a little bit different shade, but it gets the job done. So I just want to show you close up. These are right on the very edge of the ruler because they're so teeny tiny. So I'm going to put order number down first, and that number sign, now that I looked at it up close, is off by a little bit. I'm going to put order number down first, and then I'll put from. So that's going on the bottom row. And then from is, I can center now from right above order number very easily with this technique. from. So then I can put, so below that I would put like Happy Planner and the Happy Planner order number. All right, so here's my heart-shaped washi tape, and the end of it's lost its sticky. And then the next column I want is carrier and tracking number. So I'll just put, I think I'll put carrier and track and the number. Carrier, and I'm debating now, do I want to switch to a different color letter? Because I only have one of these books. I could, so I'm thinking I could do black, pink, pink. I think I will. Let's do hot pink. Okay, so hot pink carrier. These little letters are a little bit harder to get nice and even, and they're also hard to get off the page. So carrier, I think is going to be the longer one than track number. Now it looks like I went uphill on those. I was straight until the I. So I'm going to go ahead and put carrier on there, and track is T-R-A-C-K number. Yeah, I think it's going to be just a little bit shorter, so let's go ahead and put carrier on there. So that's going to be like UPS, USPS, DHL, FedEx, all those. And we'll go track number. And here's a pinkish number sign. That's clear. That's weird. My little line went crooked. This is meant to stick to nail polish. I don't know how well it's going to stick to paper. We'll see. Okay, 3 columns left. Ship date, received date, because I like to know shipping times, especially from overseas orders. It helps me predict, like my sub box that I get from Australia. I like to see how long did it take the month before, because I get one every month. So I like to look back and see the date, not only the date that they shipped it, but the date that I received it. So ship, I could put ship day, REC day, and then INV for inventory. So let's go back to ship. We'll go ship day, S. Yeah, I got plenty of letters. I want to keep this one kind of small, so ship day, that's going to be set by the word ship. Since I only have to write a date in there, it can be very small. I could write date, but I'm kind of trying to conserve letters, so I know ship day is just for a date. Those letters really want to be stuck together. I have tons of T's and E's. Let's just go ahead and do ship date. So this actually might be a little wider because ship has 4 letters and date has 4 letters, but I's are pretty skinny, so lost my washi. And then I figure by the time I get done filling out a whole entire sheet and I go to switch to the back side, I'll be able to remember which column is which. So we're going to switch back to hot pink and do receive date. I'm just going to write REC date, I think. So on this one we'll do date first because it's the longer word. It's going to have 4 letters. And actually, I could just go ahead and put date on here since I'm setting my column width by that word and just use the ruler for received, REC, to make sure I get it centered. Although it helps if I make it straight. I'm going to go ahead and put this last strip of washi on here. So we're going to do REC for received. Receive date. Okay. And then I can just do INV for inventory. For inventoried. Did you check it? Is it inventoried? And again, since this column is set, I could just go ahead and eyeball this, but I want to make sure I get it centered in the space I have. So I'll go ahead and use the ruler trick one last time. I could do INVY/N, yes or no, but, and that N ripped in half. Okay, these are not punched well. Yeah, let's do a question mark. And this one, since this is just a 1 row, I'm just going to center it top to bottom. Okay, So that's all the functional stuff I need on there. I did pull the tiny sticker book because I knew it had some of these little Happy Mail envelopes. And I wanted to just go ahead and throw a couple of those on there. And stamps and airplanes, like, oh yeah, there's all kinds of stuff we can put on there for it being Happy Mail. Okay, let's just stick a little bit of everything on there. So I'm gonna put an airplane on there, because who doesn't love when you get a shipment from overseas? Air mail, Happy Mail, okay. A couple little envelopes. I'll use the ones with the red hearts. I think there were a couple tiny little stamps. And that's pretty much gonna be everything I have room for. So that is it. There is my delivery / Happy Mail tracker. I'm gonna go ahead and, like I said, I'm gonna just keep this heading portion on the front page. I will do the same columns. So what I'm gonna do is do the same column spacing on a second sheet so that I can just line them up and get my spacing right. And then that way, this one will be done and I can flip this one over and do the same over here. And I'll line it up like that because I'm not using this space. So that's it. I hope you like this video. I hope it encourages you to start making your own special sheets for your happy planner. If it does, please consider liking and subscribing. Thank you.